Hello and welcome to the Sketching Greyhound. Today we're drawing a comic book character, but not so much a superhero, but a celestial being, Lucifer. So let's get started. By the way, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because otherwise, with the changes YouTube has made, you might never see me again. But let's get to Lucifer. Lucifer, at least this version of him, is the protagonist of a TV series that is now renewed for the 6th season, and it will be the final season. It is about Lucifer, ruler of hell, that has abandoned hell. He does not really want to be there anymore, he does not really want that job anymore, so he comes to Los Angeles. Where else? He opens up a nightclub and has his fun there. The series follows him when he meets Detective Decker, and he starts consulting her in her murder cases, because he's very intrigued by her, as in her presence he loses almost all of his celestial powers, and he really wants to find out why. There is an intriguing supporting cast that does not only span other celestial beings, but also humans. From the demon Mazikeen, his right hand in hell, over his brother Amenadiel, another angel, to Dr. Linda Martin, his psychologist. The scenes and relationship with her is especially fascinating, as he is telling her the truth, that he is the devil, and she takes all of that always as a little bit of a metaphor. She still tries to help him, and mostly does, although he tends to interpret everything she says as he wants to hear it. He's the devil after all. By the way, he tells everyone the truth, including Detective Decker, and everyone else he meets. That's one of his things, he does not lie. All in all, Lucifer is a very interesting character in this series, which is quite different actually from the comic book character. For example, if you look at the depiction of Lucifer in Constantine, that is supposed to be the same character. That one is also not perfectly exactly the same as in the comics, but it is closer. He's quite evil in the comics. This Lucifer is extremely charismatic, he's funny, he's lovable, he's very egoistic, and he likes to punish, that's his job after all. And he has a lot of daddy issues. So all in all, a pretty fascinating supernatural crime-solving series. If you haven't checked it out, give it a chance. Tom Ellis is really the perfect Lucifer and really amazing in that role. That's why I wanted to draw him, although he also was a request actually on my Discord server. But that's also why I am pretty unhappy with how it turned out actually. Tom Ellis has in the picture that I chose his, I would say, trademark Lucifer look. He looks smoldering, he looks kind of menacing but extremely charismatic, so this is the picture I drew. But it did not really have the best quality, it really doesn't. It is quite low res, you never really see that in the small version that you can see here on the screen. But sometimes they are really low res and small pictures that I try to draw, because the facial expression or whatever of my model is best on this picture, or it is very representative of the character. I'm really amazed how few high quality pictures of stars in their roles sometimes are out there, even of Marvel characters, of the Avengers or whatever. And that means as an artist you sometimes have to invent a lot of details that are just missing from the reference picture. And I have to say, it wasn't really successful here, from my perspective. You can recognize Tom Ellis to a certain degree. I think when people look at it, they know who is meant if they know the character, if they know the actor. But am I happy with it? Is it the best that I could do? Perhaps it is, but I want to get better. I've definitely drawn better. If you look at pictures like my Dean recently, that was a very high quality picture, and it is so much better if you ask me. After all, I'm doing all of this to learn. I'm not a learned artist, I'm doing this for fun. And to draw the picture was fun, although a little bit frustrating. But if it wasn't a little bit of frustrating, I would probably not have pushed myself. So this is not a win, but I'd like to see it like a step into the right direction. Will I risk this again in the future? Definitely. So this is my Lucifer. It's far from being my favorite. I think you can recognize him. Yeah, I give him that. But the hair is really not good. I have done better, although I don't like hair, I have still done better hair. The shading, meh. Overall, it also lacks detail. Yes, the reference picture wasn't very good. But still, I want to learn to improve bad reference images for my portraits myself. I'm not there yet, so we will keep practicing. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope I see you again soon, and goodbye.